Hi, hello there and welcome back to Formula Amateur, where today we'll be discussing the Mexican Grand Prix in Mexico City. We have had a lot of hot temperatures, tyres barely making, coping. There was quite a lot, but also not a lot going on in terms of how many drivers we had, but also there were no crashes during the practice sessions or the quali, and there were also no crashes in the actual race. Spoiler alerts, but we did have some DNFs, so get ready for that, and let's get on with it. So let's start with FP1, and first of all we have to remember that this race had 9 rookies taking part. So in a 20th position, in a replacement of Lewis Hamilton, we had Antonio Fuoco, who did 29 laps, and then in 19th we had Jack Crawford, who was in for Lance Stroll. He did 29 laps. Then in 18th we had Luke Browning, who did 31 laps. He was in for Carlos Sainz. Then in 17th we had Ayumu Iwasa, who did 29 laps. He was in for Liam Lawson. Then in 16th we have Ryo Hirakawa, who was in for Ollie Behrman. He did 27 laps. Then in 15th we have Paul Aaron, who was in for Pierre Gasly, and he did 29 laps. Then in 14th we have Fred Vesti, who was in for George Russell. He did 32 laps. Then in 13th we have Pato O'Ward, who was in for Lando Norris. He did 30 laps. Then in 12th we have Alonso with 26 laps. In 11th we have Hadjar with 32 laps. In 10th we have Albon with 33 laps. In 9th we have Colapinto with 28 laps. In 8th we have Tsunoda with 29 laps. In 7th we have Ocon with 29 laps. In 6th we have Lindblad, who was in for Max Verstappen, with 26 laps. In 5th we have Bortoleto with 28 laps. In 4th we have Piastri with 31 laps. In 3rd we have Hulkenberg with 27 laps. In 3rd we have Antonelli with 35 laps. And in 1st we have Charles Leclerc with 29 laps. Okay, so on to FP2 then, and in 20th position, with everyone being back in their cars, we have Gasly, who is 5 positions down from where Paul Aaron left off, and he did 30 laps. In 19th we have Albon with 31 laps. He dropped 9 positions. In 18th we have Colapinto with 31 laps. He dropped 9 positions. In 17th we have Behrman with 34 laps. He dropped 1 position to where Hirakawa left off. In 16th we have Hulkenberg with 29 laps. He dropped 13 positions. In 15th we have Bortoleto with 30 laps. He dropped 10 positions. In 14th we have Hadjar with 30 laps. He dropped 3 positions. In 13th we have Ocon with 31 laps. He dropped 6 positions. In 12th we have Piastri with 31 laps. He dropped 8 positions. In 11th we have Lawson with 32 laps. He gained 6 positions from where Iwasa left off. And then in 10th we have Stroll with 30 laps. He went up 9 positions from where Crawford left off. In 9th we have Sainz with 34 laps. He went up 9 positions to where Luke Browning left off. In 8th we have Alonso with 29 laps. He went up 4 positions. In 7th we have Tsunoda with 31 laps. He went up 1 position. In 6th we have Russell with 33 laps. He went up 8 positions from where Fred Vesti left off. In 5th we have Hamilton with 30 laps. He went up 15 positions to where Fuoco left off. And then in 4th we have Norris with 31 laps. He went up 9 positions to where Pato O'Ward left off. In 3rd we have Antonelli with 27 laps. He went down 1 position. In 2nd we have Leclerc with 32 laps. He went down 1 position. And in 1st we have Verstappen with 34 laps. He went up 5 positions to where Lindblad left off. And now on to FP3. So in 20th we had Alonso with 12 laps. He dropped 12 positions as a result of an issue with his car. Then in 19th we have Colapinto with 22 laps. He dropped 1 position. In 18th we have Gasly with 24 laps. He went up 2 positions. In 17th we have Behrman with 23 laps. He stayed where he was. In 16th we have Albon with 20 laps. He went up 3 positions. In 15th we have Sainz with 24 laps. He dropped 6 positions. In 14th we have Hulkenberg with 25 laps. He went up 2 2 positions. In 13th we have Stroll with 23 laps, he dropped 3 positions. In 12th we have Ocon with 26 laps, he went up 1 position. In 11th we have Lawson, who stayed where he was with 20 laps. In 10th we have Bortoleto with 24 laps, he went up 5 positions. In 9th we have Tsunoda with 23 laps, he dropped 2 positions. In 8th we have Hadjar with 19 laps, he gained 6 positions. In 7th we have Antonelli with 19 laps, he dropped 4 positions. In 6th we have Verstappen with 30 laps, he dropped 5 positions. In 5th we have Piastri with 23 laps, he gained 7 positions. In 4th we have Leclerc with 26 laps, he dropped 2 positions. In 3rd we have Russell with 19 laps, he gained 3 positions. In 2nd we have Hamilton with 29 laps, he gained 3 positions. And in 1st we have Norris with 22 laps, he gained 3 positions. And now on to Quali, aka where everyone started. So where did everyone start? Well, in a 20th position we have Colapinto, who dropped 1 position. In 19th we have Stroll, who dropped 6 positions. In 18th we have Gasly, who stayed where he was. In 17th we have Albon, who dropped 1 position. In 16th we have Bortoleto, who dropped 6 positions. In 15th we have Lawson, who dropped 4 positions. In 14th we have Alonso, who gained 6 positions. In 13th we have Hulkenberg, who gained 1 position. In 12th we have Sainz, although he qualified 7th, he has a 5 grid place penalty because of the crash he caused with Antonelli in Austin last week, but he still gained 3 positions anyway. In 11th we have Ocon, who gained 1 position. In 10th we have Tsunoda, who dropped 1 position. In 9th we have Berman, who gained 8 positions. In 8th we have Hadjar, who stayed where he was. In 7th we have Piastri, who dropped 2 positions. In 6th we have Antonelli, who gained 1 position. In 5th we have Verstappen, who gained 1 position. In 4th we have Russell, who dropped 1 position. In 3rd we have Hamilton, who dropped 1 position. In 2nd we have Leclerc, who gained 2 positions. And in 1st we have Norris, where he stayed where he was. And now let's talk about how the race panned out, shall we? Onto the race now, where in 20th position was Lawson, who finished the race within the first 2 laps after he was crashed into and then could not carry on, so he dropped 5 places. Then in 19th we have Hulkenberg, who had some sort of an issue with his car and could not finish the race. He dropped 6 places. In 18th we have Alonso, who also had an issue with his car, could not continue and dropped 5 places into 18th. And then in 17th we have Sainz, who very near to the end of the race, so much so that he still qualified at the end in 17th, but he did have multiple penalties due to an issue with his pit limiter, and then somehow his car just stopped on the side in the stadium section, so he dropped 5 places. Then in 16th we have Colapinto, who gained 4 places. In 15th we have Gasly, who gained 3 places. In 14th we have Stroll, who gained 5 places. In 13th we have Hadjar, who dropped 5 places. In 12th we have Albon, who gained 5 places. In 11th we have Tsunoda, who dropped 1 place. In 10th we have Bortoleto, who gained 6 places. In 9th we have Ocon, who gained 2 places. In 8th we have Hamilton, who had a 10-second penalty and as a result dropped 5 places. In 7th we have Russell, who dropped 3 places. In 6th we have Antonelli, who stayed where he was. In 5th we have Piastri, who gained 2 places. In 4th we have Berman, his best career finish, who gained 5 places. In 3rd we have Verstappen, who gained 2 places. In 2nd we have Leclerc, who stayed where he was. And in 1st we have Norris, who stayed where he was. So now we go into the side stuff, aka who was the driver of the day, how are the driver standings looking, and how are the teams looking. So the driver of the day was Ollie Berman for his best career finish in 4th position, and then in the driver standings, Norris took over the prime spot at the top of the drivers' championship with 357 points, but Piastri is only 1 point behind him with 356, and then in 3rd we have Verstappen with 321, he's 35 points behind. Then in 4th we have Russell with 258, so he's 63 points behind. In 5th we have Leclerc, who is on 210, so he is 48 points behind Russell. In 6th we have Hamilton, who is on 146, he's 64 behind Leclerc. In 7th we have Antonelli, who's on 97, so he's 49 points behind Hamilton. In 8th we have Albon, who's on 73, he's 24 points behind Antonelli. In 9th we have Hulkenberg, who's on 41, he's 32 points behind Albon. In 10th we have Hadjar, who's on 39 points, he's 2 points behind Hulkenberg. In 11th we have Sainz, who's on 38 points, that's 1 point behind Hadjar. In 12th we have Alonso, who's on 37, that's 1 point behind Sainz. In 13th we have Berman, who's on 32, that's 5 points behind Alonso. In 14th we have Stroll with 32 points, there is no difference between him and Behrman. In 15th we have Lawson with 30 points, that's 2 points behind Stroll. In 16th we have Ocon with 30 points, that's no points difference to Lawson. In 17th we have Tsunoda with 28 points, that's a 2 points difference to Ocon. In 18th we have Gasly with 20 points, that's 8 points difference to Tsunoda. In 19th we have Bortoleto with 19 points, that's 1 point behind Gasly. And in 20th we have Colapinto, who is 19 points behind Bortoleto with 0 still, and doing as always still on 0, but he doesn't race. Now the teams, McLaren still in first, they've already been crowned champion, they're on 713, followed by Ferrari with 356, they're 357 points behind McLaren. In third we have Mercedes with 355 points, they're 1 point behind Ferrari. In fourth we have Red Bull, who are on 346, they are 9 points behind Mercedes. In fifth we have Williams with 111, they're 235 points behind Red Bull. And then in sixth we have Racing Bulls with 72 points, they're 39 points behind Williams. In seventh we have Aston Martin with 69 points, they're 3 points behind Racing Bulls. In eighth we have Haas, who are on 62 points, they're 7 points behind Aston Martin. And in ninth we have Kick Sauber on 60 points, they're 2 points behind Haas. And in 10th we have Alpine still on 20 points, and they are 40 points behind Kick Sauber. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Formula Amateur and Race Rundown. The next race will be the Brazilian Grand Prix in 2 weekends' time, so get ready for that. Don't forget to check out my lovely colleagues on the Be The Change Media Network. Don't forget to check out BeTheChangeMediaNetwork.com. FormulaAmateur.com is coming soon, as I've been saying for a while now. Have a lovely rest of your week, and I'll see you on Saturday. Goodbye.